Today's story is Suicidal Humanity by Demon Canine. Until recently, I've envied you humans. I truly did. Your puny kind, it's lucky to be able to experience the fullest extent of an aware being without the disadvantage of perpetual boredom. To be smart enough, but not too smart. To have time, but not too much time. To have a perfect balance. I no longer envy humanity. Admittedly, I've had that. The humanity. But I gave it up a long time ago. I was weak. I had lost conviction when I needed it the most. When the Great Plague struck and my whole family, nay, my whole town went down in flames, I caved into the carnal instinct. I needed to feed, and there was no food, so I ate what I could. I butchered my little niece with my own teeth. I gnawed at her little body as she witnessed the horror of being eaten alive by a madman driven by consumptive rage. I kept telling her how good she tasted as I continued blocking out her withering screams. The sick monster I had become that day. And appropriately, God has punished me. He made me crave human flesh, and that alone. Even then, this punishment, it was not enough, so he took my ability to die. As long as I could eat my fellow men, I could not die. And as long as I had lived, I was driven by a constant violent hunger for the entrails of my fellow men. I found out that there are others like me, and I was happy with my new, miserably hungry existence for a while. But even that seemed to fade away. I guess God would never let me exist in peace, for at some point, you humans have learned how to hunt us and how to bind us. Soon enough, I was alone again, alone and angry. So I tore through your legions over and over again. My favorite pastime was to sink myself knee-deep in bodies as I carelessly indulged in anthropasia. As a vengeance upon my former kind for making me so lonely, I devoured the bodies of men without putting them out of their misery first, sometimes for a week at a time. A hopeless human begging is a very entertaining one. Eventually, I got so careless that I've been captured. My captors wear medical suits. They temper with my physiology by injecting me with potions and immobilizing liquids. This is a lonely and miserable existence. There were so many days that I just wished they would kill me. And they've tried. However, each attempt has sadly failed. They kept me chained alone in a dark chamber with only my hunger to keep me company. But no matter how much time had passed, I would not waste away. I felt myself growing weak, yet not weak enough to wither away. I mourned my inability to die. Until today. Today, a fool broke into my chamber and had set me free. The look in his eyes, the look of pure desperation. I felt my hunger burning its way through my stomach into the back of my throat. As I leaned down to bite his head clean off, I noticed it. His eyes, they were closed, and he seemed completely relaxed. He wanted this. He wanted me to tear straight through him. And that's when I felt it. I felt the hunger go away for the first time in centuries. I wasn't hungry anymore, and I stood over him for the longest moments. He just stood there with his eyes closed, unsure of what was happening. He then opened his eyes, asking me why I'm not taking a bite, and I just smiled. My smile, it made him break down in tears. He screamed and thrashed, barked and squealed, and even hit me. It didn't feel a thing, not a single thing. When he began begging me to kill him, I burst out laughing. I don't even know why, but I just found this much amusing. Today, I found out that there are fools in this world who do not wish to live. and I found out just how good it feels to deny these fools the satisfaction of dying. The notion that I could cause so much suffering to a human being without as much as batting an eye makes me chuckle even now. I'm still amused by this fool many hours after that pathetic creature was pulled out of my prison chamber. It seems to me like God has a sense of humor. Otherwise, he wouldn't allow the existence of such amusing beings as a suicidal humanity. So that, my friends, was once again Suicidal Humanity by Demon Canine. This story was actually pretty awesome, not gonna lie. The fact that the cannibalistic human turned into some sort of basically immortal destruction thriving being, and then the fact that despite being a monster that had killed people for as long as they could remember, they found the pure joy in not killing the one person that wanted it. It's pretty twisted, but you know what? I think it's a damn good story, so hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy this and would like more content like this, or content that is so vastly different, it is like comparing pants to desk lamps, please consider joining the Nevermore. To join the Nevermore, all you gotta do is click that little subscribe button and click the bell icon next to it, and then you are part of the Nevermore. You can support the growth of the Nevermore by joining me on Twitter, Reddit, or Facebook, submitting a story to me if you have one you want me to read, or further supporting me on things like Ko-fi or Patreon. All of these optional, all of them appreciated wholeheartedly. Thank you to everyone who is here today. Thank you to everyone who listened to this, and I hope you all have a fantastic day and a great week. It's Monday. I know Mondays are rough for people. Garfield hates Mondays, so I have to hate Mondays too. It's like a religiously ingrained thing. I have to. I don't have a choice. So I wish you all a great day, but it's Monday, so just do with it what you can. That's what matters, okay? Okay. Alright, I love y'all. See you on the next video, but until then, guys, much love, and sleep well.